how often should you check and bleed your radiators? Yeah, so there's no real magic word for this, but what I would typically do is say maybe every year or just before the winter, put your heating on. Yeah, put your heating on and go to every single radiator and touch every single radiator from the bottom all the way to the top. Let it heat up, obviously. So give it about 20 minutes, half an hour. Let all the radiators heat up. Go turn all the radiators on. Go to the radiator and touch it. Yeah, and typically the downstairs radiators will be fine. Yeah, the downstairs radiator in the bottom half of the radiators may be cold. Yeah, and there's not much you can do except for flush the radiators. Yeah, but the top half of the radiator should be fine. The bottom radiators downstairs. Yeah, the higher the floor, so the higher the radiators. So the radiators which are right at the top. Yeah, they're the ones that are typically going to need bleeding. So as a shortcut, sometimes you don't even need to worry about anything on the bottom floor. Just go straight to the top floor if you need to bleed them, right? But it's a good idea to check them all. Yeah, so turn the heating on, check all the radiators, run your hand around them, go to the ones at the top, and you'll notice the ones right at the top, they'll have air in the top. You'll be touching them and think, oh well, 3/4 of this radiator is warm, but the right at the top it's cold. That's when you need to bleed the system. And like I said, it's just one of them things that maybe you would do it once a year, just before winter hits. Towards the middle of winter, you might just be checking each radiator and do it like that. Typically in my house, there's only one radiator that I know that needs to be bled. There's a big towel radiator that I've got in my bathroom, right? It's really tall, and it's because it's the highest radiator on the circuit. Air will always find its way into that radiator. The other radiators never need bleeding. So since installing this system, maybe 5 years ago, 4 years ago, before I moved in, I've never had to bleed any of the other radiators except for this one tall radiator. I probably bleed this maybe 3 times a year. Yeah, so I'll just put the heating on, just touch it, and oh look, it's a bit cooler here. So I just got the bleed, and I leave the bleed vent right at the top as well on the towel radiator. I just leave it there. So whenever I need it, I just quickly open it until all the air comes out, a bit of water squirts out, close it, go back to the boiler and make sure to top it back up.